been killing and murdering those people who wanted to enjoy and join upon them whatever is good. Min an-nas, from among the people, فَبَشِّرْهُمْ بِعَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you give them the glad tidings of a very severe punishment, of a very painful torment. أُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ حَبِطَتْ أَعْمَالُهُمْ فِي الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ. They are the people whose deeds, whose actions have gone in vain. They have been futile in this world also and in the hereafter also. Because although they were, they didn't accept Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, but they were Jews. They were practicing Jews. They thought that we are on the right path. They used to pray. They used to act on the Sharia of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. So they thought that we have a lot of good deeds with us. When we go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are not going there empty-handed. We have much with us. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O Muhammad, tell them, all their good deeds have gone vain, futile, habitat amalu. Because if they have not accepted Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what does it mean? It means they were not sincere. Had they been sincere to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how could have they rejected Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? It proves that all their good deeds before also, they were baseless. They were not based on sincerity. And any good deed without sincerity is equal to zero in the scale of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It carries no weight. أُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ حَبِطَتْ أَعْمَالُهُمْ فِي الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ وَمَا لَهُم مِّن نَّاصِرِينَ. أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا نَصِيبًا مِّنَ الْكِتَابِ يُدْعَوْنَ إِلَىٰ كِتَابِ اللَّهِ لِيَحْكُمَ بَيْنَهُمْ. Didn't you see? Didn't you consider the matter of those people who were given a portion of the book? Actually, all these books go to make one book, Al-Kitab. Torah and Injil were the former editions of the same book. So they were given a portion of the book. Torah and Injil, so to say, were a portion of the book. Didn't you see towards them to whom a portion of the book was given? When they are invited to the book of Allah, so that it can judge between them. لِيَحْكُمَ بَيْنَهُمْ ثُمَّ يَتَوَلَّى فَرِيقٌ مِّنْهُمْ وَهُمْ مُعْرِضُونَ. But a party of them, some of them, they turn their backs away and they are averse to it. They don't want to get their matters and affairs judged by the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just as we people, Muslims. It did happen, in the Indian subcontinent during the British Raj. The Britishers had given the option to the Muslims that if they like, their property would be distributed according to the Islamic law of inheritance, even through the courts of the Britishers. But the Muslims used to stand up in the court and say, we don't need Sharia. We know the riwaj, whatever is common with us, what is our custom. We want our decision according to custom. We don't want Sharia at all. The same is the case here. Alam tara ila allazina utu nasiban min al-kitab. Didn't you see towards them who were given a portion of the book? When they are invited, yud'auna ila kitabillah, towards the book of Allah, liyahkuma bainahum, so that it should judge between them. Summa yatawalla fariqun minhum wa hum mu'ridun. A party, some of them, they turn their backs away and they are averse to it. ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ قَالُوا لَن تَمَسَّنَا النَّارُ إِلَّا أَيَّامًا مَعْدُودَاتٍ. Why this attitude? What's the reason of this attitude? This is because they say that the fire of hell cannot touch us except for a few days. That was their forged belief which made them so bold. Because if they were, so to say, they were free from the punishment of the hell, then why to have Sharia and why to act according to the Sharia? If you have the fear of the day of judgment, if you have the fear of the lasting torment and punishment of Jahannam, then you will have to think twice before saying anything. But when they had concocted, they had invented, they had forged these beliefs, ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ قَالُوا لَن تَمَسَّنَا النَّارُ إِلَّا أَيَّامًا مَعْدُودَاتٍ وَغَرَّهُمْ فِي دِينِهِمْ مَا كَانُوا يَفْتَرُونَ. And whatever they had concocted, whatever they had invented, that has deceived them regarding their deen. فَكَيْفَ إِذَا جَمَعْنَاهُمْ. What will happen to them? They should imagine. And they should imagine what will happen to them. لِيَوْمٍ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. When we shall gather them for that day about which there is no doubt. وَوُفِّيَتْ كُلُّ نَفْسٍ بِمَا كَسَبَتْ. And every soul will be paid in full what it had earned. وَهُمْ لَا يُظْلَمُونَ. And they will not at all be wronged. قُلِ اللَّهُمَّ مَالِكَ الْمُلْكِ. Now it's again a very big, very important dua and prayer. قُلِ اللَّهُمَّ. Say, pray. Allahumma malik al-mulk. O Allah, the sovereign of the whole dominion, of the whole universe. Tu'til mulka man tasha. You give the dominance to whom you will. Wa tanzi'ul mulka mimman tasha. And you take away the governance from whom you like. Wa tu'izzu man tasha. You give honor and you exalt anybody that you like. Wa tuzillu man tasha. And you put to humiliation anyone whom you desire. Biyadikal khair. All good is in your hand. You have the authority for everything. You give honor to whom you like. You give superiority in this world to whom you like. You give humiliation to whom you like. You give the government or superiority in some land to whom you like. Biyadikal khair. All good is in your hands. Innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. And you are all powerful. You have power over everything. Tulijul layla fin nahar. You make the night enter into day. Wa tulijul nahara fil layl. And you make the day enter into night. That is, you make the night longer so that the day is becoming shorter. And the reverse of it. The day is becoming longer so that the night is becoming shorter. It is as if night is entering the day and the day is entering the night. تولج الليل في النهار وتولج النهار في الليل وتخرج الحي من الميت وتخرج الميت من الحي. And you raise the living from the dead and the dead from the living. وترزق من تشاء بغير حساب. And you give and you provide to whom you like without any measure or account. لا يتخذ المؤمنون الكافرين أولياء من دون المؤمنين. The believers shouldn't make friends with kafirin, with kuffar, with the non-believers, in preference to the believers. وَمَنْ يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ. Whosoever will take to this attitude, will adopt this attitude, فَلَيْسَ مِنَ اللَّهِ فِي شَيْءٍ. He has no connection whatsoever with Allah. إِلَّا أَن تَتَّقُوا مِنْهُمْ تُقَاةً. Except that you have to guard yourself against them as you have to guard. You know, if you think that somebody can do you harm and you are polite with him only due to save yourself from his harm, it's something else. But to have